Yeah. Whoa. I speak. We change lives, Jesus. I speak.
Welcome to the TP Masterclass. On behalf of Cliff Cheqona and the entire TP family, we're honored to have you here. You didn't just join a live session. You stepped into a transformational experience designed to help you master your mind, align your emotions, and trade with clarity and conviction. We'll be starting shortly. In the meantime, settle in and prepare your notepad. Like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. And most importantly, invite someone who needs this. Because around here, we don't just trade, we transform. Let's get started soon.
I speak life, I speak spirit. We change lives, Jesus did it. I speak life, I speak spirit. We change lives, Jesus did it. Step into my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. We change lives, Jesus did it. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. We change lives, Jesus did it.
What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior, spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity, practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
Hi, TP family. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another TP Masterclass, Saturday, 6 p.m. UK time. I'm very happy to be here, and I hope you're also very happy to be here. I do understand we are also streaming from different platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and so on. So if you are tuning in on any other platform, you can put hello in the chat and go like, oh, I'm here on this platform. And because right now I cannot read the comments on our screen, so I do apologize if you think I'm not reading your comment. It's because I cannot see it right now. But welcome to another TP Masterclass. Hi everyone, good evening. And as most of you already know, my name is Tanzan Shells, and wherever that you are tuning in from, just make sure to drop it in the comment section so that I can I will see where everyone is tuning in from, whether you're tuning in from Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, UK, US. Thank you so much for always showing up. And if you are watching the replay of this particular masterclass, just put replay in the comment section so that I will know that you were here watching the masterclass from the beginning to the end of every episode. Okay. And make sure that you are liking this stream so that it will help push the stream to different people from different across the globe, across everywhere, so that they'll be able to join the live stream as well, as it helps more people find this message that we are trying to put across different platforms. Now, if this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for joining us. You are warmly welcome. This is the TP family, the TP Masterclass. And just put first time in the comment live chat so that we will see that you are a newcomer or you're a first timer here, and we really truly appreciate you, as this is just not a class, this is a family, and this is a space for healing, clarity, and growth. And if you have been here for a while, you can also type in one word that you want to experience today, whether you want to experience peace or focus or discipline or confidence. You can put it in the live chat so that we will know what you are expecting today. Are you expecting a breakthrough message? Are you expecting something to elevate you? Are you expecting something to really put everything together in your brain? What are you expecting? What are your expectations? What do you want to receive from this masterclass today? And another thing is, if you're new here, you're probably thinking you don't want to be lost, and I completely relate to that. So do not worry, we have set everything up for you. You can go to our YouTube channel and you can find the TP Masterclass playlist, where you can start from the first one to the second one and just go in order. But before you do that, I want you to watch a video called What is Really Trading Psychology. This episode will really help you understand what we truly do here every time we come on live for the TP Masterclass. Okay. So make sure that you are watching this particular video, What is Really Trading Psychology, because we don't just talk about charts, we deal with the mindset behind every trade that you take. And another thing that we have been very consistent of since last year is that from Monday to Friday, we post what we call the TP Declaration. We used to post it on our community tab on the YouTube community tab, but then we moved everything to the cliffcheqona.com website. At 6 p.m. UK time from Monday to Friday, we post the declaration where you can simply go on the website and then you can read it for yourself. It's very simple. It contains short message, but it's very powerful. When you see it, please do not rush past it. Pause really slowly, say it out loud, because I've realized when you say things out loud, you're more likely to remember throughout the day. I'm just testing from experience. So make sure that you're always reading it out loud before you enter the market, as you need the right mindset to enter the market, and this declaration will really help you, as they are truths for you. Now I want everyone to take a deep breath in and out. Like, just be sure of your environment. If you can remove every distraction from your environment, please do so right now, because after me, we'll just go straight into the session. And remember to grab a notebook and your journal to take notes, so that, if something clicks in your mind, you can just easily put it down and you're not all over the place. Okay. So make sure you're not just watching us, make sure that you are taking part in every single thing that we say. One line you hear today could change how you see yourself. Okay. And another serious reminder is we have to keep this space very clean and focused. No trolling, no spamming, no distraction. And if anyone is doing that, we will quietly remove you from the live stream. It's not anything personal, it's just for our own protection, as some people here are really fighting for their future and really relying on us to give them the best information that we can. So please respect this space and honor the process as you do so. And if you know someone who needs this, make sure that you're also sharing the live with them right now. And as I also said, if something hits you today, please make sure to not keep it in your mind. Make sure that you are writing it down so that you're more likely to remember. And another thing that we started doing for the couple, I think maybe 2 weeks now, is we have started reading out our testimonials that people usually share on our videos. And last week we did give out a testimony, and today too I'm about to read another testimony. So this one is from Kenneth. So Kenneth says, not connecting your consistency to calendar base. The first day I heard this in the TP Masterclass, everything changed. Not doing anything under pressure anymore. Thank you for the reminder. Really appreciate, sir. Amazing. I'm so glad that you have started connecting your consistency to your calendar so that you know what you do in your daily lives. And this one is from Shamito. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. So he said, or she said, God has really been using this masterclass to speak to me. Thanks, team, for accepting to be used as vessels to channel such priceless knowledge to us. Very powerful. This is the first channel that made me become practical with knowledge application. My life is being transformed. I can feel it. Thanks again. I am very happy for you that this is your experience so far. Another testimony that we have is from Bernard. He says, thanks, Mr. Cliff, for these wonderful sessions. From September last year, I have been trading each month with at least 10% drawdown up to January. I started following these sessions from May 2025, doing reflections, becoming self-aware. And finally, this month of February 2026, I managed to grow my account with over 25% after adapting new traders' behavior, and I feel very confident taking to keep my growth to the next level. I'm very grateful. I'm very happy for you, Kenneth. Please keep this up. And the last one we have is from Helsinki, I think. So he says, this isn't just trading education, this is psychological transformation. Most people teach entries and exits, but this masterclass exposes the real battlefield. The mind under pressure, the breakdown of discipline, emotional regulation, and identity in relation to execution was world class. If more traders understood that consistency is a nervous system skill, not a strategy hack, the industry would look very different. Deep respect for the clarity and depth shared here. This is the kind of work that actually rewires a trader's mind. Very happy for you guys. I'm so glad that you are saying positive things and giving testimonials for your experience here for the TP Masterclass. Keep them coming, because you never know, your testimony would be the one that I would read next week. So thank you guys, and stay tuned for more, and have a great evening.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform. Not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior. Spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity. Practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level. Whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
All right. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, can you just drop some ones in the chat for me? Wherever you are right now, just make sure that you are not distracted so that you can be able to make sure that you are learning the things you are supposed to learn without distractions. I'm just looking at how far we have come by the grace of God, and I think we are on our 56th episode. This is super incredible. I'm actually really excited about every single thing that we have been learning, and including the one that you're going to be learning today. But I want to quickly just give us some information, then we'll take it out from there, okay? Let me give us some quick announcements. So last week, we were able to finish our TP challenge, which was the 1 hour loop challenge of sitting in stillness. If you were able to participate in that, I am sure you learned a lot. And that actually really gave me much more, understanding of what people actually really need in this season, beyond just the education. How can they, be helped and build certain behaviors? Now, the truth is, of course, I can't always be there with you. And so at some point, your own discipline and your consistency must come in at the end of the day. But it was a beautiful one. If you were able to participate in that, you can just let us know how it was for you in the comment, but it was a beautiful one. Secondly, we had the opportunity also as well to have an amazing session with the TP women. When I say TP women here, TP family, the women in TP family, just a women call. It was also very powerful. It was a powerful event. I knew it was going to be powerful, but the way it was received by them was also powerful. Again, if you are a proud TP family woman here on this live stream, whether on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or Facebook, X or LinkedIn or Instagram, just also let me know. We are really building something here, and by the grace of God, we are trusting God for the wisdom to help us to keep on helping you guys. So last week was beautiful. We had so many things this week. We don't have anything planned yet for this week, but definitely, I want you guys to really understand that many things will be coming in this year. We'll be doing more challenges, that I can assure you. Challenges that will challenge you, help you, and lead you to that transformation that you're looking for. Also, if you have not registered for the TP Masterclass Nigeria, I highly recommend, especially if you are in Nigeria, I highly recommend that you do so that you can be able to make sure you don't miss the session. Very important. And then we take it out from there, okay? Today, as I said, we are going to be having a session today that is going to be very interesting. And I'm very excited for each and every single person that is on this masterclass. If you know somebody who you should invite to this masterclass, you should invite that individual to this masterclass as soon as possible, because you guys are going to be learning a lot. Now, before I do that, before I introduce the series for this season, we already started with a series in the beginning of the year about identity. Now, the truth of the matter is, I want to explain something very, very, very interesting for you guys to understand. Before we go on to today's masterclass, quickly, is there anybody who this is your first time here joining us? If this is your first time joining us, just let me know. If so, Solomon, can you bring them up on the screen as well for me? Jesus Reveals, 01, welcome. Welcome. Where are you tuning in from? In fact, let's quickly. I know Shells has welcomed you guys all, but let me know where you're tuning in from. Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, X, Facebook. Let me know where you're tuning in from before I even let us all say welcome to all the first timers. Let me know your whether your flag or your country or the city you are in. Let me know so that I can say hello to you guys before we go into today's session. Very important, because many people message me and go like, Cliff, how can I be able to join the community? This is where we meet. And if you're not part of the WhatsApp channel, you can join it. But here is where we meet. This is where everything happens. This is where I talk to you guys. This is where I direct you to show you where you can take so many different things and so on and so forth. So this is where we do every single thing. Okay. So if somebody's wondering how can I join TP Family, here is where you can join TP Family. Okay. So Jesus Reviews 01 is streaming from YouTube, obviously. Shamito is from Uganda. Nice to meet you. If I pronounce your name wrong, please forgive me. This is a coach. I want to say hello to some of you guys ASAP so that we can basically get back into business. So let me know where you're tuning in from. Nigeria in the house. Traders Club, Nigeria in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have Cameroon in the house. All right. We have America in the house. Nice to have you here. I really, really appreciate you for being here. We have Ghana in the house. This masterclass is actually really global. We have Ghana in the house as well. We have Uganda in the house. Who else do we have out there? We have United Kingdom. Florence from United Kingdom. Thank you for being here. We have Forex Technicals 5689. May that 5689 be the figures that will reflect in your accounts in this journey. YouTube, definitely Namibia in the house. Who else do we have out there? We have New York. So today we have a lot of people from United States. That is beautiful. New York in the house. We have Zambia, Lusaka. Come on now. We have Zambia in the house. Remember, guys, as soon as we are done with TP Masterclass Nigeria, we are definitely choosing another country. May God give us the grace. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We have Ghana. Thank you so much for all those who are tuning in from the United States, tuning in from Dubai, tuning in from Uganda, Zambia, Ghana, Nigeria. Thank you all so much. Kenya in the house. Thank you. I really genuinely, really appreciate you guys for taking this evening, a portion of your time, and then you are trying to sit down. Well, you know, many people will think, Cliff, the reason why they join this stream is because it's free. It's not true. Try it. It's by the grace of God. Try it and say, oh, I'm having a free masterclass or you to come. Some people genuinely will not come, even if it's free. So it's not because the masterclass is free. Is that God has ordained this masterclass specifically for this season, and He Himself calls people onto this masterclass. And so if you are here truly, regardless of all the marketing and the content we create, yes, it's true, but all that wisdom also still comes from God. And so you are home. Welcome to TP Family. And I truly believe your life will not remain the same again as you have joined us. Before we get into this, I want you to basically declare to yourself over now, wherever you are, that my mindset is being transformed. You already know the drill. Declare to yourself wherever you are right now that my mindset is being transformed. My mindset is being transformed. My mindset is being transformed. Let that be your conviction. I may not be where I want to be yet, but I am on learning, relearning, and I will keep learning. I am on learning, relearning, and I will keep learning. I am on learning, relearning, and I will keep learning. My mindset is being transformed. I am not who I was, and definitely I'm not going to be who I am becoming. I am going forward, ever backwards, never. My mindset is being transformed. I want you to declare this wherever you are to yourself, that your mindset is being transformed. Now, one more time, I want you to declare to yourself that you will not leave this stream the same way again. You don't meditate declaration. Wherever that you are, whether you are in a car, don't worry. There are people who play unnecessary things even when you are in a car. So wherever you are right now, declare. Declaration is something you speak out. You don't think declaration. So declare to yourself, I will not leave this stream the same way again. You won't. Believe me. First, because you are committed. Second is because I have prepared. So you won't leave the same way again. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be starting something very powerful. But before I introduce my topic for today, I want you all to understand something. While I was preparing this topic, you need to understand where we are coming from so that you know the TP family, we are not confused. We actually really have a game plan of where we want to be by the end of this year. We are not confused by the grace of God. So listen to this carefully now. This is a community. The majority of the people you will find here are traders. Case closed. But you see, we do trading. Yes, trading is something we do. Trading is not what our whole life is all about. And we understand and we believe the person behind the decision in the trading space, it doesn't matter whatever you do, as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, as an individual who is involved in the financial market. It doesn't matter whatever you do, whether you trade commodities, indices, futures, whether you trade crypto, stocks, whatever it is, there is the individual, which is you, behind that strategy that will either sabotage your results or you will keep your results. So I believe, after being in this industry for 14 plus years, I believe that no matter who you think you are, whether your uncle is now the current partner in Renaissance, or your uncle is the person that sits in the same room with all the Goldman Sachs traders, or you are the one that when Dan Loeb was saying, hey, you know what, I've done my part, baton pass on to this person. It doesn't matter. The principles remains the same. That's whatever you do in this world, your issues, whether it is issue that you caused or caused by certain things, it will always flow out of you, internal. So many people will ask me, Cliff, my strategy is not working. Chief, the strategy didn't change. Conditions has been adjusted, and you need to know how to plan. You need to understand that if you're looking for 100% winning ratio, let today deliver you. There is nothing like that. Why? Is it because nobody can develop 100% winning ratio? No. It is because you as a human being, even if something that is 100% falls into your hand, you will make it less 100%. Why? Because of what we call cognitive biases. Your brain will always make some decisions in shortcuts because your brain loves to use what has been automated. And so therefore, because we know we grew up in a way that may be everything opposite to who a businessman may be. You grew up in a way that you may be everything opposite to who a trader is meant to be. You grew up in a way that may be everything opposite to who an entrepreneur CEO may be. Not because you are bad, but this year we started to understand it is because of your identity. So if you read my book, You Are Not a Trader Yet, you will start to understand that I say something which I always say, that the same knife we use to cook is the same knife someone can use to hurt someone. The same knife we use to cook is the same knife someone can use to hurt someone. There is no problem with the knife. It is the mindset holding the knife. If right now you come to me and you tell me, Cliff, I want to become a soldier, and I carry all the guns, the ammunitions, basically the uniform, the tag, everything, and I hand it over to you, you have not become a soldier. You are just a civilian with dangerous things in your hands. In that case, together with everybody in the context, in that environment, everyone is in danger. Same thing in trading. You can come to me and tell me, Cliff, I want to learn how to trade. And I'll be like, no problem. Here is the strategy. If that is the only thing I give you, I have only caused harm to you. That means the individual who 3 years ago, 6 months ago, you are wondering, why am I sabotaging myself? You were wondering, why is it that I told myself I will go into the market and then I will do XYZ, but I end up doing the opposite? Why is it that I told myself I will follow my trading plan, but I end up doing the opposite? Why is it that I told myself that I will stick to this and I end up doing the opposite? It's because there is a level of transformation you have to go through in order for you to become. But many years, watch, for many years, this is the issue. The issue here is that trading as a career has been separated from how every single career works. You don't just wake up in the middle of the night and say, I want to be a real estate developer. Look on Google, check where there is a land, buy it, and say, why is it not making me profit tomorrow? Why are you not thinking like that? It's because you know by logic, real estate doesn't work like that. So why is it that for some weird reason, many people think trading has to work differently? People go to school, to Harvard. They borrow money, state money, people's money, and say, I will go to a university, and I believe after 6 years, if I do land on a job, I can pay off my debt. With all those years with that faith, 6 years, you are not expecting any money. You want to just learn and grow. But people start to learn how to trade. And they are like, I want to basically make money now. Why is that top part in there? It's because we live in an industry, watch, that the infrastructures in the financial market is not built for the average retail trader to make money. And so therefore, there has been a mindset that has been shaped in a way that is keeping people backwards. So many people will come onto this masterclass, and I am doing the opposite from what they know. I am not showing my chart. I am teaching them a dimension part of trading. Cliff, what do you mean? If somebody goes to the university and say they want to become a doctor, they don't all of a sudden get handed over a dead body or a body that is dying. They need to learn certain things. They will start from understanding what a body is first. They call it anatomy. So you need to understand the anatomical structure of the human, so that you can understand when something affects the body, diseases, bacteria, virus. Now, when that individual has understood how the body structure is, the individual must understand the things that can affect the body. So they call that pathology, the study of understanding the things that can affect the body. Then you can study physiology. Then you can study pharmacology. All these things all together, even when you exhaust your curriculum, they still don't call you a doctor. You still need to go through certain things, training, services. Then if you are able to survive the experience, all the things you have learned comes with, then they give you a certificate that calls you now a doctor. Congratulations. They celebrate you. Are you with me? But how come many people now will start from nowhere, wake up next year, wake up this year and say, listen, I have $5,000. I have decided I want to learn how to trade, and therefore give me a strategy. Now I am a trader. Now you will understand my book. You are not a trader yet. That book was not trying to throw jabs. That book was trying to hold a mirror up high and show you that yes, you can become one, but you are not a trader yet. It doesn't matter how many trades you have taken in the past years, you are not a trader yet. It doesn't matter how many people you have met that are traders, you are not a trader yet. There are certain transformation and experiences you have to go through. Cliff, does the experience matter? Yes. Why? Because even if I give you a swimming book and I say, take this book and learn how to swim, you read that book for 15 years. After 15 years, I come to you and tell you, have you learned how to swim? You tell me yes. I tell you, okay, no problem. Follow me. Let's go to the pool. The first day you will jump into the pool, your mind will still feel like it's drowning, and you will actually end up probably drowning. And when you now come out of drowning, that is the only way to learn how not to drown. So the only way to not drown when you are swimming is to come out of drowning. Many people are running away from the experiences trading comes with. Why? Because they have been taught that there is a way you can eliminate losses. It's not true. Trading is a game of probabilities. So by the time I will fish into your mind, scatter every misconception, bring you back into reality for you to start looking at the market that way, then time is passing. It is either you accept it or the market will bully you. For example, gold in this season, the market's price is not changing. The volatility has come to stay for a while. So while you are like, you know what, when we go back, chief, it may not go back to that again. So you need to adjust and adapt. That means if back then you were using 100 pips, that means now you need to start accepting on a longer time frame 300 pips, 250 pips, and you adjust your lot size. This is not something you do because you know how to trade. This is something you do because you understand the business and your mindset has been aligned in that order. Are you with me? And so many people are now realizing, my God, the way I grew up is making me sabotage my businesses. The way I grew up is making me sabotage my trades. Cliff, what do? I said, I'm going to introduce this masterclass to you. It's called Trading Psychology Masterclass. Is it only just for traders? No. But a majority of the people traders? Yes. What does that mean? It means we understand that we are in the business of performance. And just like a footballer, just like a boxer, just like any other athlete, if your mindset is not clear, you cannot be able to perform. If your mindset is not clear, you cannot be able to perform. My God, while we were on the TP women meeting, we said something very interesting that gave them a light bulb moment. After many times consulting many women, myself personally, including the ones I had a conversation with that day in the TP women, I told them one thing that shocked many of them that they didn't realize. They were wondering, why is it that this week I am losing and the following week I am winning, and I'm losing and I'm winning, and I keep on having fluctuations. And I said it's because you think you are a trader. That is why. They are like, what do you mean? I said, I'm going to ask you a question. This is a question you need to ask yourself. Do you think as a woman here on this live stream, do you think you are a trader or you are a woman trading? Forget about all those feminism things people say on all these things. This is what is killing many people. You can't change the fact that biologically you are a woman. And there are certain hormones and your cortisols, they spike differently. Cliff, what is a cortisol? It is what causes stress in your body. Cliff, what does that mean? It means that emotions will come into your life. So what are emotions? You have heard me explain this before. Emotions are biochemical reactions in your body. So right now, if I start to smile right now, whether it is true or not, everything that I will say right now, which even if it's negative, you will not believe me because there is something that my facial expression is doing to your understanding. If I frown and I say you are beautiful, as a woman, would you love me? I look at you and say, you are beautiful, beautiful woman. You will not still believe me because why am I saying you are beautiful and I'm frowning? That means there is a relationship between facial expression and what causes effect in human beings' behavior. Are you with me? So when you frown your face right now and then you keep on frowning, something will happen to your emotions and it will affect you. Watch. So many people, when they come to me, they tell me, Cliff, I don't know where I'm hitting stop loss. I said, the fact that you are hitting stop loss is not the problem. Your facial expression after the stop loss is the problem. They're like, what do you mean? I said, because a stop loss is a stop trade. You have not lost the trade. You have stopped the trade. So smile is like driving a car. If you step on the brake, why are you crying? Brake keeps you safe. Stop losses does the same. So many people, there are misconceptions. So the purpose of this masterclass is not only just to make you a trader, it's to make you a person that can trade. Are you with me? So when I was talking to the women, I said, are you a trader? Is that how you see yourself? Or you see yourself truly as a woman trading? If you see yourself as a woman trading, then your journal must be different from mine as a man. That means when I look into your journal, I should be able to see where the trading logs are. Tuesday, I'm taking XAU USD. Thursday, I'm taking Euro USD. I'm taking NAS 100. This is your trading log. But at the back of that trading log, there must be a menstrual cycle that is connected to your trading journey. Why? Because as a woman, there are certain weeks that naturally you are not fine. It is biological thing. So you need to know, okay, I am only going to trade 2 weeks in my trading capacity, what I can do 2 weeks only, and after 2 weeks, I am done. Not necessarily because you're not a good trader, it's because you understand you are a performer and you are a woman performing. And therefore, your behavior is different from the man. It doesn't mean the men are better. Men also have their own problems that they need to be aware of. So the more you become aware of these things I am saying, you are learning psychology. Why? Because psychology is the study of your emotions, your behavior, and your mindsets. Anything that affects these things, when you study it, is called psychology. So trading psychology simply means the trader making buy and sells. What happens to you when you take a trade? What happens to you when you exit a trade? What happens to you when, as a woman, you are in that season of your woman season? What happens to you when you are sick? What happens to you when you eat banku? What happens to you? You eat banku in London session, you think that is a double bottom. That is what it is, a psychological thing. It's like a footballer that is going to play football. By the way, banku is a Ghanaian dish. All those Ghanaian legends, they know what I'm talking about. You eat banku in the morning and you sit down and say, I'm coming to trade gold. All the best. So you understand what I'm saying? So the purpose of this is that psychology is not what is going to make you money. Psychology is simply the study of yourself so that you can understand the things sabotaging you and the things making you limited in achieving certain things. When you understand this, the first stage is self-awareness. Second stage is self-regulation. Self-regulation is when you have come to realize that I am a woman trading. Listen, I am not a man, I am a woman. No, just for the context, it's an example so that when somebody watches, because in this world we live in now, please let me put clarity on. I am a man, but in the context of the example I'm making, let's say I'm a woman. Okay, please hear me. If you're watching this as a replay, please, if your line breaks, I'm saying it again. I am a man, but I'm making an example. Let's say I am a woman and I want to understand why certain things happen the way they happen. So I have come to realize that during my cycle area as a woman, I am making so many mistakes because there are hormones that is not balanced. Great. So I have realized. What do? I set an alarm. The moment that season is coming, I stay away. That is self-regulation. It has not changed you, but you are using something to fix something while you are still learning to become. So self-awareness is these things you are listening to me now. I can say something and you will become aware. You have learned about the logical side of your psyche. Then while I am saying, I did this, I did that, I did this, I used this journal, that is self-regulation tools. Like the 1 hour challenge we did, it was a self-regulation tool. Sitting down in boredom, attention span being fixed. It will not happen one day, but it is good. Something is trying to distract your mind immediately. Whether you are in town or you are wherever, you start declaring. It's a regulation tool. You are stressed, you start breathing in. Regulation tool. These things will not change you, but you use them while you are becoming. Then the third stage is transformation stage. The transformation stage is when what you are learning that you are doing over and over again becomes part of you. This is where everybody is trying to go there, but it takes time. I always say this, no matter how you desire to become a father, a mother, it takes 9 months. There is nothing you can do about that. It takes 9 months for a woman to give birth. So you can be like, oh my God, I want a baby now. Well, it will not take you 1 week. So this is what you need to understand. Transformation takes time. But while you are learning to become, there is a way to survive while becoming. It's called self-regulation. So you borrow tools, you use the tools, breathing exercises, cognitive behavioral therapy tools. Does that make sense? Prayers, if needed be. The declaration, beating your thought by talking, not thinking. So by now, after 56 episodes, every single person who has been following this masterclass, you have already somehow passed self-awareness. Somehow you have some tools for your self-regulation. But you are wondering, Cliff, when will I become? Chief, it took you a long time to be wired. Some of you 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You don't just become in 2 weeks. No, it takes time. So you are becoming. So be patient of yourself while still practicing the things you are learning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TP Masterclass. That I can assure you by the grace of God, even if this is your first time, go back and start watching the masterclasses again. This is the journey. So this year, where are we going? This year, we are looking at our year of new status. And we understand before you can be able to step into a new status, there are several things that need to be aligned internally. One is your identity. So we did the identity series from part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. So we have done that. So now to make you understand that who you are doesn't mean you are bad. You were just wired. You needed that identity to survive. But now who you are right now is everything opposite to who a trader is meant to be. So you are learning. Now today we're about to learn a new series. It's also part of the internal status. And when that is aligned, I can assure you, my God, everybody will think that you are mad. So you will see some people, they'll be like, oh, this person, is he crazy? He's not crazy. It's an internal alignment. And that is the purpose of today's series we are about to start. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to introduce a new series titled Belief System. As a trader, do you believe you will become successful? Oh, yes, I believe. No, Chief. Do you understand what a belief system is? That if I teach you right now, by the end of this series, if somebody asks you, do you believe, and you say yes, the moment you say yes, the next few weeks, the results start following. Not necessarily because you have now become something, it's because something has light up in your mind that is going to make you start letting your words and your actions show up together. Remember our last week masterclass? We spoke about cognitive dissonance, and we said it is when your talk, the things you say, and your actions don't match, and your brain doesn't like that. Well, we are about to fix that. So we are about to start a series titled Belief System. If you are ready, drop some number ones in the chat. If this is your first time, welcome. This is TP Masterclass. Welcome. We are about to start our masterclass today, and I titled this series for today, Belief System. Belief System. And also, all of you who don't know this already, before I make sure that we go. So on the 28th, if that flyer is up, can we bring it up again to make a quick promotion? We'll take it out from there. On the 28th, we are going to be having an on the 28th of March, 2026. We are going to be having an amazing guest, and I quickly want to bring it up on the screen right now so that we can all be on the same page. Please, there is a reason why this individual is connected, literally connected in this season of the 28th of March. And I really, really have so much love and respect for this individual, not because I've met him personally, but it's because I know what he is doing and I understand what he is doing. And in many few years to come, many people will understand why he exists. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very powerful masterclass on the 28th of March. If the flyer is ready, we can bring it up. If not, I will just go ahead and start my teaching for today, and we'll take it out from there. Okay, I'm teaching on the topic belief system. Let's write it down. Are you guys ready? If you are ready, drop some ones in the chat for me. Instagram, LinkedIn, X, YouTube. Belief system. Before I do that, I want to explain something very quickly. Let me give you it's going to be 4 episodes. Please, let's write it down and we take it out from there. 4 episodes. This series is going to be 4. I don't know if we'll do it continuously all the way to the 4th one, but just write it down. Let's see. This one that we are about to learn today, I title it, What Belief Actually Is, the Foundation. What belief actually is, the foundation. What belief actually is, the foundation. The foundation. What belief actually? So that's the part 1 today we're going to look at. So when I'm not giving trading examples, don't be confused. Remember, we are talking to the person behind the strategy. So even if we're not talking about charts, you have to believe in your strategy. You need to believe in the career. You need to believe you are capable. Right? So number 1 is what belief actually is. Number 2, how your belief system works. That will be the part 2. The part 2 we'll be talking about how your belief system actually works. Then part 3, we'll be looking at why belief system fails, why they fail, why belief systems fail. And part 4, we'll be talking about engineering a belief system that produces, obviously, results. Engineering, not creating a belief system, engineering. A belief system is not something that you necessarily create, it's something that you engineer. These are the 4 parts we are going to be looking at. And so let's quickly get into today's topic, which is the foundation part 1. The foundation part 1. Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me? Okay, I can see the flyer is ready. Before we go on, can we bring the flyer up on the screen for me, please? So on the 28th of March 2026, we'll be having Mr. Derek. Some of you may know him from one of the most anticipated transforming shows, podcasts, right now across African region and beyond even Africa per se. I will not lie to you. Doing waves. And he's not just a podcast host. Believe me, an amazing, intelligent individual. I have so much respect for him because I have been able to sit down and analyze and see what he's doing, and I respect him a lot. And so you guys already know we promised you guys this year and said that we are going to be bringing people onto this masterclass. And so we thank God that we have Mr. Derek coming to this stream on the 28th of March. This is where you need to make sure every single person you know, your family members, your exes, people you don't even talk to anymore, don't worry. You don't need to talk to them, just invite them. Okay? All right. So on the 28th of March, 2026, we want you to know that we'll be hosting Mr. Derek here on TP Masterclass. You'll be wondering what is he going to talk about? He's going to teach me charts and patterns? No. But you're going to understand something beyond the charts. Does that make sense? All right. Let's get into today's series, part 1, the foundation. While I was preparing for this masterclass today, I was asking myself several questions, and I said, there are several things many people always waste their time on. And to me, that is because sometimes they either don't understand exactly what they are saying, or they don't understand what to use what they are saying for. So when I was actually really preparing this stream, my message for today, for the part 1, I got a little bit sad because I realized people are not bad. It's just that we behave from convictions. And so what we believe in us internally is what moves us. And so the goal of today is not to change your belief yet. I want you to stay with me. The goal of today is not to change your belief yet. I want you to write the goal down. The goal is to make people understand what belief actually is. That is my goal. The goal of this part 1 is to help people to understand what belief actually really is. So let's start doing some definitions. You already know this is a masterclass. I hope you have a book and a pen. Let's start some definitions. All right. Definition number 1. Let's define thoughts. Definition number 1. Let's define thoughts. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, Instagram. I hope you guys are hanging in there. Let's define thoughts. What is a thought? A thought is a temporary mental event. A thought is a temporary mental event, meaning that it appears and disappears. Let's say, for example, if you are there and you go like, what if I lose? It's a thought. I will become a trader one day. It's a thought. So thought is a temporary mental event. What is faith? What is faith? Faith is the faith. Well, the Bible says that is the things hoped for, the evidence of things hoped for. But faith is trust in something not yet proven. Summarizing it now. Faith is trust in something not yet proven. But not proven means physical manifestation of that thing, but you can't deny their existence. So you have faith in it. Faith is trust in something not yet proven. I hope you guys are taking note. This year, don't be a casual learner. Don't be. I hope you are really taking note. Faith is different from belief. So I said, what is faith? Faith is trust in something not yet proven. What is a belief? A belief is a thought that the brain has accepted as true. A belief is a thought that the brain has accepted as true. Let's go back a little bit. A thought is a temporary mental event. So if a belief is a thought, then it means a belief is something that has happened over and over and over and over again that now you have accepted. So if you thought you were poor, it started as a thought. You accepted you are poor, and now you believe you are poor, and now everything is an evidence around you, you are poor. But poverty and everything else that we hate in our life right now, they always start as a thought. Are you guys with me? So a belief is a thought that the brain has accepted as true. So if the thought is I might become profitable one day, it's a thought. If it shifts from I might to I am capable of becoming profitable, it means there is a belief system. Not a belief system. That means there is a belief. Let me put it that way. It is important you get these definitions. A thought is a temporary mental event. A belief is a thought that the brain has accepted as true. Faith is different from belief. I said faith is trust you have in something that is not yet proven. So normally, if you say you have faith and somebody see you acting upon that thing, they normally will think you are mad because it doesn't seem like it makes sense. What is a system? A system is a structured set of interconnected parts that work together to produce a consistent outcome. So if somebody said I have a system of anything, it means they have a structured set of interconnected parts, several things coming together that work together to produce a consistent outcome. So the human body is a system. The financial system is a system. The transportation system is a system. The nervous system is a system. It is where everything works together to make sure if I raise up my hand, it goes up. If I do this, that means my nervous system is really working. But I can still have this hand and I can do this. Well, God forbid, but I can try to do this and it may not go up. Not necessarily because my hand is cut. It's because my nervous system may have stopped working. So a nervous system is also a system that brings things together for the human nature to be able to be physical, to be structured in a way to work on everything that you do. So you understand these things, right? Why am I explaining all these things to you guys? Because there are several things that we throw around so easily. Love, discipline, patience, faith, belief, commitment. We live in a world where we throw these words around. I am a trader, but when if somebody says I'm a trader, it carries a lot of, respect. Now, when somebody say they are traders, they have to look at where they are saying it at, before they go like, are you sure, this trading thing, are you sure you're not a scammer? It didn't used to be like that. But now, unfortunately, that is the irony. So, love is not cheap. If you say you love somebody, one day it will happen that you have to prove it. If you say you are disciplined, one day we will see. If you say you are patient, one day we will see. But now many people say certain things that they don't even mean. And so that is why it is important you understand the definitions we are giving now. So you don't understand, so that you don't mix the difference between thought and belief. They are two different things. A thought is a temporary mental event. A belief is a thought that you have accepted in your brain that it is true. Faith is something you trust, but yet it's not proven physically, but it is there. A system is a structured set of interconnected parts that comes together to produce, the key word there is consistent outcome. A consistent outcome. That is why it is very powerful that you understand today's topic. Because if a system is attached to belief, that means we are in trouble. It's good news and it's also bad news at the same time. That means whether it is going to produce negative results or positive, it can do it consistently. Your brain, your mindsets. Now, you know the drill. Over here in TP Masterclass, I always try to break things down very well. Why are we studying this on this masterclass? Is because as a trader, you cannot be able to achieve anything if your belief system is not working properly. That is why many of you can sometimes wonder if there is a time coming you can actually believe in your strategy. It doesn't mean your strategy is bad. There is no thing to believe with. Does that make sense? Good. All right. Let's combine them together. What is a belief system? Are you guys learning? Let me pause for a second. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. I know I pause for a reason. I want you to stay with me. Because when I'm teaching things like this, they can be very complex if you miss me. So sometimes I pause, bringing you back to the scene. Okay? Can we drop some number ones in the chat if you are with me? Let's bring some number ones in the chat for me, please. When they do, can you bring it up on the screen because I can't see the charts? Before we go into defining what a belief system is, drop some number ones in the chat for me. Thank you. You're not doing it for me to say, okay, wow, you are here. It's for yourself to bring yourself into a state of awareness. What is a belief system? Okay, let's get back onto the business of the day. A belief system is a structured network. I'm going to take my time for you to take this note. A belief system is a structured network of beliefs. A structured network of beliefs that work together to shape how a person, a structured network of beliefs that work together to shape how a person interprets reality and makes decisions. A structured network of beliefs that work together to shape how a person interprets reality and makes decisions. Let me break down this meaning for you to understand something, okay? A structured network, meaning that it is not a coincidence for those things to be there. Of beliefs, mean that it's not one thing, it's not one belief, it's many beliefs coming together to create a belief system. Now, what is a belief? A belief is a thought that your brain has been accepted is true. So that means I am a profitable trader and I am poor cannot work together as a belief system. One has to dominate. So if you pick I am a profitable trader and you pick I am poor, your beliefs, the belief system now will look for things that can work with either I am poor or I am a profitable trader. So if it doesn't find many things, many other structured networks that connect to I am a profitable trader, and it finds many networks that connect to I am poor, that will be what will engineer your decisions. So many people will now say, Cliff said we should declare. It is true. It is very good. Don't stop. But when you say, I am great, you are programming thoughts now. They have not become a belief system yet. So many people say, Cliff, I don't know why I declared this, but so I don't have confidence. Because confidence is also connected to a belief system. Watch me. You saying, I am great, you are now programming the thoughts. But your subconscious cannot find many things to connect to I am great. Because the moment something happens to you, you are like, oh, people like us, we are doomed. People like us, that is your thought pattern. That is your belief system. You think that you are disadvantaged. And so what that simply means is that when you say I am great, that I am great, which is a thought, has not yet been grounded yet, and it doesn't have other networks of other same patterns of that positive way to connect to create a belief system. So it will not dominate. So your decision making will not come from I am great. It will come from I am poor. You are like, I am a trader. And life is like, you are not. In fact, right now, your family even don't believe that you are a trader. Why are you saying that? I am a trader. But in class, they call you, an engineer. You really believe you are an engineer. Your belief system, everything about you, your YouTube recommendation, you're always watching engineering. So you're not a trader yet. Until every faculty of that networks finds a way. For example, I wake up in the morning. I talk to traders. I trade. I've been doing this for years. I make content. I teach about trading. I mentor people about trading. Everything I do is about trading. So my whole entire belief system, even the way sometimes I even think about business ideas, I think about business ideas connected to trading. Are you guys learning? So what does this mean? If a structured network of beliefs that work together to shape how a person interprets reality and make decisions is a belief system, what does that mean? Let's talk. Are you writing? Are you guys having all the notes? Because we're about to go to the point of explaining how belief system is determined. So I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways of determining a belief system. So you will know how and what we are talking about. Okay, so number one, how do you determine a belief system? You determine a belief system by what you think is possible. So as a trader, as an entrepreneur, what do you really think is possible? Don't tell me positive stuff. What do you really think? Do you really believe it's possible that by next week, something good can actually come your way? I'm not talking about those who are now starting to learn how to trade. I'm talking about those who knows how to trade, but they're looking for capital. What do you think is possible? That is the first way to determine a belief system. Number two, what you think is impossible. And number three, how you interpret events. Number three, how you interpret events. Number one, what you think is possible. Number two, what you think is impossible. Number three, how you interpret events. Number four, how you respond to challenges. Number five, what actions feel natural to you. Did you guys get it? How do you determine a belief system? Number one, what you think is possible. Number two, what you think is impossible. You're going to do this homework. I think we are going to, during this series, we'll also do another challenge, you will see. Number three, how you interpret events. When something happened to you, how do you, so let's say, for example, 1 minute you are saying, I know whom I have believed, I am persuaded. And something happens to you and you end up complaining. You don't know whom you have believed then, chief. So how you interpret events exposes your belief system. Are you with me? Good. I want you to write this down. People do not behave randomly. Traders do not behave randomly. Entrepreneurs do not behave randomly. A married man does not behave randomly. A married woman does not behave randomly. But why? They behave according to the belief system running inside them. They behave according to the belief system running inside them. Nobody behaves randomly. Impossible. How you behave is orchestrated by your belief system. People do not behave randomly. We are taking notes for this part. After that, I will combine everything together. Don't worry, stay with me. People do not behave randomly. They behave according to the belief system running inside them. Are you guys with me? Good. So then I'm going to do a quick summary of where we started from to where we are. Then we'll go to the next part of the segment. Are you guys with me? Very important that you understand this. So we are going to do a quick run up, then we go back to the continuation of where we are. I want to break things down a little bit because many people are wondering, Cliff, I believe. And I'm like, you don't. If you did, things will follow you because a belief system have that strength to pull things.
It's a mind game.
Oh.
You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind.
Now that you guys are sitting here, I am not teaching you. You are using me to learn you because psychology it's not what I teach you. It's what you learn about you. As a trader, your mindset plays an important role. Because when your brain is exhausted, your emotions will spike. If your emotions spike, your decisions will swift. It's a law. In trading, the person that is able to say, I'm wrong quickly is the one that makes the money. I'm wrong. Cut it. Don't even think twice. Cut it. But you see, that is where those four guys that I explained to you, the dopamine guy, and then the amygdala guy, you need to shut them down immediately. And how do you do that? You don't beat a thought by thinking. If you think with these guys, you will fail. When you don't counterattack thoughts that has grown in your mind, it will become your behavior. Why? Because behavior is a belief system. Consistency comes from a system, not from a feeling. Consistency comes from a structure, not from a feeling. And so if you trade because you are broke and you need to make money, you won't make money. You have to put all feelings, all desires, all expectations aside and stick to the system. You see, the you.
All right. So sorry about that, guys. We had to fix some technical difficulties. All right. So we started this conversation by coming from an angle of explaining what are thoughts. When we started this conversation today, the purpose was not to tell you about definitions, but to bring everything together. So we started by talking about how thoughts are temporal event in your mindsets. Things that flashes and goes. Let's say somebody is struggling with addiction. If that thought passes your mind, it doesn't mean it has become part of you. It just means that you are just remembering things that you have seen and so on and so forth, or you have done. And we realize that faith is something that you believe in. but yet it's not proven physically for us to see it. Then we look at what a belief is, and we realize that a belief is a thought that has been accepted by the brain to be true. So that means if several thoughts are moving around in your mind, when you say, hey, this is something I've accepted, maybe growing up, these were the things we're hearing. Money doesn't fall from trees, blah, 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 and you have accepted that. You may not realize, but it has engineered you to be able to connect other several belief systems together, pushing your life. So we came back and we realized, okay, if we combine these things together, then what is a belief system? Then we realized that a belief system is basically when several beliefs comes together to form a structured a wave of your behavior, how you interpret things, and so on and so forth. And so we now started talking about how then can you determine a belief system. And we said, if I want to know your belief system, I need to look at the way the things you believe, like the way the things you think is possible. I need to look at the things you think is impossible. For example, if you think it is impossible for you to fail, it's a belief system. If you think it is impossible for you to become a millionaire, it is a belief system. So the things you think is possible, the things you think is not possible, and the way you interpret events, all these things shapes you. It is a way we can use to determine your belief system. Are you guys with me? Very important that you understand this. So the actions that feels natural to you and the way you respond to challenges, they are all a belief system. I can assure you, many people who are close to me knows that in this season we are going through some couple of few things. Personally in my life, lost a loved one in my life, and some of you know that I'm in the UAE. So all these things, losing somebody that you actually really genuinely know from the bottom of your heart, it does something to your mind. And this is not something that happened last year. I'm talking about this week. But I am here teaching you guys, not because I am looking for people to come and view the masterclass. It's because there is a belief system that makes me understand beyond all odds. I am still the coach, the mentor, the individual that has a mandate, like a soldier. There is work ahead. So yes, I may be sad. Yes, things may be heartbroken, but I need to still be here to teach. It's a belief system. That is how you respond to challenges. The way I interpret events is a belief system. Are you guys with me? So that is where we are now. Now let's talk about the types of belief systems. Let's talk about the types of belief systems. Let's talk about the types of belief systems. There are some belief systems that are supportive, and there are some belief systems that are limiting. So let me give you an example of a supportive belief. A supportive belief is when the individual actually really believes that I can learn difficult skills through practice. It's a supportive belief system. What does that mean? It means that they know that the skill set they are going to learn will be difficult, but they also believe when they practice, they can acquire it. So it's called supportive belief system. It is a kind of belief system that makes you learn something. It makes you do something. It makes you become something, even though you understand it's difficult. Then we have limited belief. An example of a limited belief is when a person say, people like me never succeed. Now, it is a shame and an embarrassment for people to say, people like me never succeed. They know it's an embarrassment. So they will not even say something like that. However, in their subconscious, believe me, their belief system is, I don't think people like me can succeed. In their subconscious, they don't believe. So the belief system that you carry can really, really, really influence your persistence, your risk tolerance, your discipline, and your resilience. There are many people right now that they have given up in trading, not necessarily because it won't work. It's just that their belief system is not strong enough to let them keep going. Are you with me? Good. Now, let's talk about how belief systems are formed. Let's talk about how belief systems are formed. A belief system, as I said, do not appear randomly. People don't just act because they randomly just behaved. They are formed through several influences. The first one is experience. Experience. That means the things you saw growing up, the things that you do, even your trading experiences, they are what have shaped your belief system. There are many people that they truly believe they can flip $10 into 10,000. It is truly their belief system. Because of the people that they saw, telling them that they can flip $10 into 1 million. So it has shaped their belief system. When you are telling them that it takes money to make money, they say, no, it's not possible. And by the time they will realize they have lost $5,000 by spending 100. And now they are wondering, I wish I would have been patient. So it's all a belief system by their experience. Environment such as family, culture, and society, they also influence your belief system. Number 2, repetition. Repeated thoughts. This is where the thought comes in. So even if you look at your experiences, they are things that reminded you of certain things that were passing through your mind that created a belief system. Environment is the things that you heard, the thought as well. Repetition, which is the thought. Thought is very powerful, guys. So when you hear me saying that you don't beat a thought by thinking, I'm basically just saying, if you keep quiet and you think about the thoughts, it will form a belief system. When it forms a belief system, you are in trouble. And the last one is emotional events. Strong emotional experiences actually really create powerful beliefs. It creates powerful beliefs. Number 1, experience. Number 2, environment. Number 3, repetition. Number 4, emotional events. Now I'm about to bring this masterclass home. This is just the introduction, so I will not take too much time. I'm about to bring this masterclass home, ladies and gentlemen, because we have to do Q&A as well, but I have to bring this masterclass home. And I need to bring everything for you to understand. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully now. A belief is not just something that you say you have. It's something that we can see based on the conviction in that system. Many of you here, I'm sure you watch movies and you have basically said things before that, Cliff, why is it that, or I'm asking you, you know these movies are not real. You know it. So why is it that you are the kind of person that you are wondering? You know the movie is not real. So why are you shouting? Why are you crying when the person is doing something that pains you? It's because the movie has been able to connect to your belief system, that it has created a reality in the context of what you are watching. That means your brain does not know the difference between what is real and what is not. That means a belief system is not something that is true. A belief system is something you have accepted is true. Are you guys with me? A belief system is not something that is true. A belief system is something you have accepted is true. That means your brain currently right now, truly, if you didn't tell it, does not know that you are broke. You told it. By your behavior, by your actions and everything. Your brain does not know that you are not a profitable trader. Yet, you told it. And because it has been able to form a belief system that you are not profitable and you may never become, that is the way you are operating, the way you are operating. Somebody doesn't go to Harvard thinking they are poor. They go to Harvard believing they will become successful. By that mindset, they go, 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 go. So as a trader, as somebody who is trying to become a trader, even though you're not a trader yet, your mindset shouldn't be, what if I fail? What if it do? No. That is what we call supportive belief system. So the reason why you believe a movie is because they use a tool, and this is the part I'm going to use. If this is all what I'm about to say, if this is all you get from today's masterclass, your life will not remain the same again. Watch. The reason why you are able to believe the movie and you cry and you get angry and those things start to shape your mindset in reality, whether a TV show or whatever. The reason why you have been able to love, what is it again? K-drama, to the point where you actually believe one day you will find an African man who will love you and show that kind of flawless love like that, is because of what I'm about to tell you. It's because of what we call a script. Ladies and gentlemen, it's what we call a script. A script is not just something a director gave to an actor or an actress. A script is a tool. It's a tool that is used to engineer a thinking pattern. The tool is so powerful that if it is used to engineer somebody, the other person can feel the evidence of the engineering. A script. So what that simply means, if I give you a script right now of a movie, currently right now, you are broke. I understand. I give you a script and I said, don't worry. Forget about your life. Let's focus on the movie. And in this movie, you are playing the role of a billionaire. Act this scene so well, let me believe that you were a billionaire. It's possible you can act the scene so well that if I start watching you, I may basically say, who is this rude billionaire? Now, for a split second, we may forget that somehow it is possible in your actual reality life, you don't have food. But your brain has not known the difference between the guy who is standing in front of us right now acting like they are billionaires and the one that does not have food. So your brain sometimes does not believe it if somebody who is an actor is poor in real life, because the scenes you have seen, you have actually come to believe they are rich. Guys, what I'm telling you is not about the movie. If you understand this, it's game time. Men, we are not meant to live on earth without a script. Jesus, our Jesus, if you believe in Jesus, he didn't come on earth without a script. He went into the synagogue, the Bible says, that he picked up what was written concerning him. And he says today that what he read is fulfilled. No man should live on earth, because if you leave your script in the hands of the environment, if you leave your script in the hands of repetition, if you leave your script in the hands of your schools, if you leave the script in the hands of your emotions, it will script another movie for you. That means while your thought is saying you are poor, you are like, this is not the script I wrote. No. What I am teaching you is not just some mundane belief system to act motivation. I'm teaching you something many people understood way before ahead of time. That if I can watch a movie and I can insult the individual acting in the movie and say, why are you being stupid? And my brain has forgotten it is a movie, then there is something you can do in this series we are about to learn. By the time you'll be done, you will forget that you are the same person 2 weeks ago. You said you were not a profitable trader. Because being a prophet, watch this. Now let's go back in time. What is a thought? A thought is a mental event that is temporal. What is faith? Faith is something that you trust in, but it is not yet proven. What is a belief? A belief is a thought that has been accepted. It doesn't matter whether it is positive or negative. As long as your thought, that thought has been accepted as it is true, it is a belief system. So my question here to you is this: why then do you accept something you don't want to see in the future? Why then have you accepted things you don't want to see tomorrow? Why then have you accepted things you don't want to see next year? Because whether you accept the opposite of that or not, it doesn't change the fact it is called a belief. So what this law is saying is that whatever you accept is true, is your belief system. And that belief system will shape the way you think things are possible, impossible, interpret event challenges and everything. So there are many people here right now, even though they want to be traders, they truly believe they cannot be able to achieve much. That is their belief system. So they are learning how to trade. So the day that something is going well for them, their identity, which is connected to that belief system, will eventually let them sabotage the trade ideas, even though it is working. So there are many of you. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you seen the opportunity that you know it in your heart? If you were able to take that trade, just one of that trade, you would have made a lot of money. But you somehow end up taking way the opposite of that trade, or you take small of that trade. You will tell me, I don't know what is wrong with me, Cliff. Nothing is wrong with you. It's just like there are supporting beliefs and there are limiting beliefs. And so when they give the script to an actor and they tell the actress or the actor, act this scene, the purpose of that actor is to make sure they make us believe that they are what they are saying they are in the scene. That is why many times when you watch African movies, the reason why the emotions in your heart does not really resonate with many African movies. Now it has become very good. I'm talking about back then, when people will now come out of cap and you're wondering, how did they do that effect? In your heart, you know that this thing is off somewhere. So that is because there is a way they act the scene. You know, they saw the script in the morning. You know, by default, by logic, that this actor saw the script in the morning. The way they are acting, they don't believe. So when they don't believe, we don't believe. A script is used to engineer you. By the end of this masterclass, not just today, the series, you will now sit down like a director of your movie, partnering up with your belief system that you believe that God has ordained you to be. And you'll be like, you know what? This is who I believed I was. This is who I believe I am becoming. This is the script of that believer. Are you guys with me? So what that simply means, in the script, watch this. Let me paint something for you. In 2025, your script was the person always complaining. So all the time when you come, your facial expression shows you are not a happy person. All these things, whatever. In 2026, your movie started. You came across a content called TP Masterclass. You were confused about several things and so on and so forth. At some point in your life, something happened, something clicked, and you told yourself, no, even if I come to the masterclass, I cannot be able to. For example, if I stand up right now and I'm talking to you guys, this is not a mentor wearing this shirt and wearing boxer shorts, even though I'm in my home office. No, this is a mentor wearing a complete outfit, because my belief system cannot let me dress halfway. Impossible. So it is a belief system. It is the script. That means if some of you walk through my door, in my mindset, I want you to see the same person you believe I am. So right now, the script is this. Once upon a time, I was thinking trading is just something that you do to make money, but now I'm engineering my belief system. It starts by you scripting. Mondays, I read books. Now you understand the book you are reading is not to show that you are disciplined. The book you are reading is part of your scripting. It is going to engineer you. Then you understand, when I come onto this masterclass, I am going to sit down like somebody who is going to become a millionaire, because millionaires sit down to do business agreement. Therefore, I am here doing business with this masterclass, and I need to let it reflect who I am. That means, so if you have realized that people normally when they sit, they do this. It is a script, because in their mindset, they have seen and they have realized that many people that are structured, they sit down in a way. I remember many years ago, my first time in an atmosphere that were full of millionaires. That was when I realized, when you go onto the table of a millionaire, eating from a table of people who are multi-millionaires. Many years ago, I was not there yet. I will not lie to you. And I realized when you sit down on the table with people who are high class, when I say high class, not people with money, people with mental transformation, that when you realize that this is a transformed mind, you don't sit at the table and put your elbows at the table like this. No, chief. It is not the right scripting for the right posture. You need to sit down like this. Not like what I'm doing, but I'm showing you something now. All that is a script that the individual. So sometimes you will see somebody today, and next year you see them. Maybe they travel to another nation or whatever, whether they go to Ghana or they go to abroad, whatever it may be, and you will see the person again. So what change? Scripts. Something has engineered their thought patterns, and their thought patterns being engineered, they have accepted something they are. It has created a belief system, and there is no going back. So the same way right now you can watch a movie and be angry at somebody is the same way you can actually sit down and script your life. Part of the tools is called vision boards. There is a way it scripts your mind. My screensaver is a script on my phone. My wallpaper is a script. When I wake up in the morning, the things I say to myself, it's a script. Because I understand if I leave my mindset to accept any script, I will end up anywhere. And so many of you are here right now and you are wondering, why is it that I tell myself I will do things? I was talking to my team one day and I asked them, do you guys believe, every one of you here, do you believe that you can make this X amount of money? They said yes. And I said, okay, I hear you. But to me, do you know what a belief system is? If you say you believe something, that means your actions must reflect the things you believe. That means if you believe you want to learn trading psychology, the thing I need to find right now in front of you right now is your book. Why? Because if you don't have your book, you can't hear and learn psychology. You need to write down to be aware of your psychology. So immediately that tells me you are lying. You don't believe you are learning trading psychology. Script. So now what I've said here will make many people start questioning. I said I was going to become a millionaire, but everything I'm doing now looks like somebody who is only going to earn $100 by the end of the year. Now you start to engineer the scripts, the thoughts that is in your mind. Your own movie. Your own movie. You're about to now script it. My name is Cheqona. I am happy and grateful now that I'm a multi-millionaire. My mandate is to transform minds, raise kingdom-aligned leaders through psychological, spiritual, and practical truth. That means if you come and after listening to me, I have not mentioned Jesus once in my masterclass ever after 56 episodes, you should know I'm lying. Are you with me? You should know I'm lying. It is not that I'm lying. That belief system is not true. So there are certain things right now, if you say you believe and we don't feel it by examples, by actions, you are lying. It doesn't mean you are bad. So when I started this session, I said there are certain things we throw around cheaply. What is love, patience, kindness? We throw those words around, but people are lying. That is why somebody can tell you they honor you, they love you, and when they don't get what they want from you, their action shows otherwise. They were lying. Things like faith, belief system, they are not cheap. If you believe that you can actually genuinely be a millionaire, we should see this by the end of the transformation period of the time allocated for millionaires to become. So the purpose of this masterclass, this series we're about to do, the first 2-3 parts is to challenge you for you to understand you are being wired to become a certain person right now. There is a script you are following. After this masterclass, go back and sit down and you realize you are following a script. When you wake up in the morning, you live by external validations. It's a script. When certain things don't go well for you, you are angry. It's a script. When you don't get the things you are looking for, you are angry. It's a script. And people who can multiply things in their life, that script is opposite. So if this was a movie, watch. There is a movie called the Manufacturer of Poverty. That script, you will find ungrateful behaviors. You will find people who are always complaining. So that movie is clear. It is called The Manufacturer of Poverty. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. That person is doing a whole entire season. Then there is another movie called The Successful Entrepreneur. That movie, that individual, there is gratitude. There is engineering, intentional engineering. So you will find those things in that movie. So if I look at your life and I look at your scripts, I should be able to predict where you will be. Haven't you watched movies before? And by the pattern of the movie, you are able to say this is what will happen. And then when it happens, you're like, I knew it. How did you know it? Were you there? No, you saw the scripts. By following the patterns of the engineering of the behavior through the individual. So when that thing happens, I knew it. That is the same way you can say, I knew it to your life and tell yourself the truth. By the posture you are in right now listening to this masterclass, you should know that you know it. You should look at yourself and say, I knew it, I was not becoming. By honesty. Are you guys with me? The purpose of this masterclasses that I teach is not to tell you the things you want to hear. Very important that you understand the context. By the script, you should know what you are becoming. By the script. This week that just passed, many people were like, Cliff, you should go and get something to eat and you're tired. I said, no, this week is a very busy week. I will still teach. I will still show up and do all the things we said we will do. Because if I truly say I want to multiply the transformation in people's mind and transform their life and become a leader who transforms millions of minds, food cannot be the thing that stops me from doing it. If food stops me, I am lying. That script, you know where the movie will end. So right now, where you are right now, by the script that is leading your life, that is creating that belief system. You know where you will end. You know it. If we are supposed to put a camera on you 24/7, you know you are not a trader yet. All your friends are not even traders. They are against your trading. Your parents are against your trading. You can't even defend why you are a trader. You know they don't believe you. You want to hide and make money and show them that it happened. That is not how you become a trader. That is why when you are going to school, they jubilate with you. There is somebody who came onto a call with me. Probably he's following this call. After we had a conversation, I said, go and have this conversation with this so and so people. Until you have that conversation, you can't move on. There are certain things that need to start changing if you understand the conversation I'm having with you today. You guys with me. Very important that you understand this. There is a script. Just like how you watch a movie and you insult somebody, cry, physical tears come out of your eyes. It's the same way right now. A script is running your life like a movie. And by that script, we can be able to know exactly where you will end 2-3 years from now. I'm telling you the truth. So if you want to become a trader, there is a script you need to follow. An individual who understands that this market is a game of probabilities. If I'm hitting stop losses and I'm still angry by now, I am not a trader yet. If I am hitting take profit and my first thing is, oh my God, I will show people, me too, I am a trader from 1 TP8. You're not a trader yet. It's a script. That is the way you have been engineered. So what is the purpose of this series? Is for you to understand, growing up, yes, there is something called identity. And it was formed not because you were bad. It is because of the way you were wired. And that identity is where everything flows out of. And I told you guys this, that your belief system, they work with your identity. It is what supports what you think you see yourself to be logical. Solomon, can you bring our table up on the screen again for me, please? That table, when you finally bring it, I want to use it to close this call heavily. Very important, so that people will understand that if you understand the series we are about to learn, by the end of this series, just like the same way a director can sit down and script a movie, and that movie will give us emotions. Have you ever realized there are movies people watch, and when you finish, you think you are the character? That is a belief system. That movie can sometimes, there are certain movies I watch as a Christian that are Christian movies. And then sometimes, the person is praying and casting out the demons. And when I watch that movie, instantly I start praying in the spirit too. Now remember, that demon is not attacking me, but for some reason, I think if that demon shows up here now, I will also scatter the demon. Why? Because the belief system, the script has shifted my thinking pattern. Can we bring it up a little bit for me now? Ladies and gentlemen, watch this. Your identity is who you think you are. It is invincible, but it is there. It works with your beliefs. Then your beliefs is what you think is true. Do you see it now? Now, all those who have been following the TP Masterclass for this year, you already know we are following patterns. Your personality is what expresses yourself. We'll come there later. But let's stay with the belief. Your belief is what you think is true. It works with your identity. So right now, let's say you were a person you grew up thinking that your words may not matter. Please, Solomon, remove this. Let me talk to people around for a second. Watch this. Growing up, let's say you were a kid that the things you said didn't matter to people. They always saw you to be people when you speak, they are like, forget this guy, he's not even going to say anything sensible. Eventually, that became who you saw yourself to be. It shaped your identity. It made you the invincible so and so person. Now, when you became that person, at the end of the day, this is what happened. Anywhere you went to, you saw yourself like that. So your identity was, I am invincible in my own house. Nobody cares about me. Your belief system was, what is the point of me even expressing myself? Nobody will even listen to it anyways. So you go to class, they ask you a question, you will shut up. You are in the midst of a group, they will ask you a question, you can't express yourself because you are afraid. If you talk, you are invincible. So that is your belief system now. You believe you are invincible because you were groomed in a way that made you feel like you are invincible. So your identity has connected to your belief, has made the identity logical. So this same individual wakes up somehow 2026 and they say they want to become traders. So now this is the same person who saw themselves to be invincible. They cannot even give answers in class. They cannot even tell their people the things they disagree because they think the things they even disagree is not worth to express because they are invincible to the point where their point does not make sense. It's their belief system. So all the time they see other people to be superior in their expression than theirs. They may have the answer, but they will keep quiet because they feel like if I express myself, people will not even think it is important. So that is how they see themselves. Now, this same person is now hiding in his room, clicking buy and sell, thinking it's going to be a different identity executing that. No, chief. It is the same identity that is making you question the trade you almost took that you didn't take. It is the same identity that is making you go like, man, maybe me, I should go and ask Cliff to see what the market is going to do before I take the trade. It is that same person. You don't believe in yourself because you grew up invincible. Ladies and gentlemen, your trading life and your actual life, they mirror each other. The person that grew up aggressively, because in your house, if you're not aggressive, everybody will bully you. You are the same person trading now. So when the market takes your money, you remember your subconscious mind connect that to your brother who took your money by force. And so you get angry and say, give it to me back. You are not going to tell the market, give it to me back. But it's a subconscious thing. The same person that is afraid of heartbreaks because you have experienced a lot of it. Stop losses scares you. It feels like you are failing because you heard growing up, you will not mount up to anything. It is the same person sitting behind the computer trading. So you are wondering, Cliff, what then do I do? By the end of this series, you will learn. So keep identity in your mind. What are we talking about? A belief system. But don't forget identity, because identity is who you believe you are. And your belief system supports that identity to make it logical. So right now, there is a way you behave. There are people right now, it is impossible for a very beautiful girl as a man to marry them. Because if a beautiful girl, I'm talking about one of the most beautiful girls in the world, comes to me and say, Chief, I want to marry you. The guy will be like, no. You want to come and destroy my life. Because in his mind, a beautiful girl is equal to Jezebel, a belief system. My God. To somebody right now, if somebody gives them $1 million right now, some people will reject it because they believe if somebody gives you that a lot of money, it means that the person wants to kill you, a belief system. Some people also, they believe if a relationship doesn't come with some sort of benefits, it cannot be able to benefit me. It's a belief system. This same thing is the same person that is doing trading. I can go on and on and on and give you examples. People that heard that's the love of money, or money is the root of evil without the love of it being understood, will think money is evil. So that individual, the more they get, the more guilty they become. There are people right now, their belief system is, I need to support everybody in my life, even though I'm suffering. And then they will sabotage their own trades because they wanted to flip the money faster to help their family members, and they will blow their account. It's a belief system. Who told you that you need to come and solve a problem you didn't create? In fact, you're supposed to continue a strategy that was already started, not solve a problem. Unfortunately, if that is so and you have the ability, you do it. It's a belief system. Are you guys with me? So that same person That person that believes certain things about themselves, you are the same person clicking buy and sell. So even if you're able to make $1,000 today, that belief system that is internal, even though you got lucky, doesn't matter, it will show up. There are people right now, they believe they are not supposed to make mistakes. That mistakes is not good. If you make mistakes, that means your life will not end up well. It's a belief system. You are a human being. You will not always be right. And so embrace mistakes and learn from them. The only mistake in mistake is a mistake not being learned from. The only mistake in a mistake itself is you not learning from that mistake, is the mistake itself. But when you're able to learn from the things that you will call a mistake, it is no more a mistake. It is called experience. And when you learn from them, they shape a different mindset. So if you are here listening to me right now and you are wondering, why is it that I told myself that I'm going to do X, Y, Z and I end up not doing it? Belief system. Your subconscious mind sees like that. Are you guys with me? So number one, we needed to define what a belief system actually really is. And I said a belief system is basically the structured set of beliefs. That's you. It has been integrated in you by environment, emotions, all the things I said, repetition. And it has formed a certain kind of individual for you to interpret life and certain things in a way. Are you guys with me? Very important that you understand this. So right now we understand, we all have a belief system. Cliff, how do you know that mine is negative? Look at what is following you. Whatever that you have now in your life, that is your belief system. Whatever results you have in your life now, that is your belief system. You believe you may fail, is your belief system. So ladies and gentlemen, today I wanted to just extract the foundation in a way for you to understand there is a script. Whether you chose it or whether you didn't choose it, it's a script. It is what is running your life. But since you are becoming aware, the goal is to engineer those thoughts, to orchestrate a script. And if you didn't believe it's possible, I gave you a perfect example, like how a director will give a script to an actor. And that actor can act the movie so well, and in a short possible time that you are watching the movie, it can engineer your thoughts in a way for you to start to experience physical manifestation, tears, shouting, whatever. It means something has happened to your mindset. That is the same way you can script your life in a way that you will believe it so much, regardless of the things happening. And with that precision, you can start working in that level of understanding, and your identity being wired, your belief system being shifted. Eventually, your personality will be aligned. Belief system. Part one is what is really a belief system. And I connected it to a script. Don't forget that. So today you are here. You are wondering, why do I trade the way I trade? A belief system. Are you with me, guys? Good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to go ahead of myself. I'm very tempted to show you guys the engineering part of the next topic here, but we need to wrap up for this masterclass, and because we have some Q&As to take. The purpose of this masterclass was to really not talk too much, but to just hammer on the belief system so much for you to understand that you are not bad. I always say this, I am wired, but you can rewire. This year, we are engineering, working on ourselves. There are people right now, because of your belief system, every time, every season, there are specific type of people you attract in your life. It's a belief system. It's a belief system. If you change your belief system, you will start attracting different kinds of people. There are certain traits. If you read the book, Secret of the Millionaire Mind, you will learn so many different things. And so you will understand that a belief system is why you even attract certain traits you attract. It's a belief system. So you will understand. I don't want to go ahead of myself because we have several questions right now. The questions can be about the topic we have done today, and I will throw more light on it. If I have to wait for next week to throw more light, I will. If today I can balance it for you, I will. But I'm going to try and take, Solomon, give me 7 questions. Number 7 is a perfect number. If anybody is putting anything, I can't see in the chat, so just always try to bring it on the screen. But anyway, before we take questions here, have you arrived at a place where you have been challenged enough to say, okay, I'm about to embark on the journey of the belief system series? That finally, you know what? I am provoked. There is certain things I believe. it is clear that that is what is engineering my life. I've come to the end of myself to be aware of the things that is interpreting my life without me even realizing it. And I'm ready to engineer a new form of a pattern belief system. If that is you, drop some number ones in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. If that is you. Now let's go ahead and let's take some questions and then let's rock and roll. And the next year, God will, don't forget, 28th of March, 2026, we are going to have a guest. And imagine in this level of the series we are doing, imagine the season of the series this individual is coming into. Powerful. That means by the end of this series, I'm expecting some of you to look like mad people. They will ask you, what are you doing? But like, you know what? I'm going to now actually really, my goal is to actually own a hedge fund in the future. They will laugh. Let them laugh. Your belief system have shifted. Are you with me? Good. All right, let's rock and roll. Give me some questions. Question number one. How can you explain to people that you are involved in trading in a professional way without making it sound like you simply buy and sell? The truth of the matter is you are simply buying and selling things though. Okay, so let's do something right now. I love this Q&A part of this session. So we are going to, I'll make sure the team will crop this part of the Q&A. They will repurpose it and they will upload it as a YouTube session for you guys as well, okay? Because these sessions are really good. When it comes to the people that you are in, bring the question back again for me, please. I want to read it again. So how can you explain to people that you are involved in trading in a professional way? Normally, when it comes to explaining something first to people, the person must first care about what you are explaining to them in order for you to even spend your energy explaining them. If they don't care and they are trying to only provoke you or make you feel bad about yourself, there is nothing you can say that will change the person's mind. However, if the individual cares and you care about them caring, but then you need to be able to make sure that you understand that you cannot be able to force them to understand that thing. But I always tell people this. If somebody, let's say, is from Ghana and it's a mother, a Ghanaian mother, and you said you are doing buying and selling of trading, whatever, in my own opinion, they normally don't believe people because people can't even explain why the Ghana economy is bad. Traders mostly in Ghana don't even understand why the Ghana economy is bad in the first place. So their parents also believe that they are just playing. They believe that they are just wasting their time. So sometimes it is you also as well. You have to be honest with yourself. Are you really a trader? And are you really doing this professionally? If you are, nobody can come to me right now and tell me, Cliff, you are joking with your life. Not just necessarily because, I'm now at the stage I'm in. It's just that there is a way you need to carry yourself in a way that you have to be honest with yourself. Are you really a trader is a question. If the answer is yes, it will show. People go to universities and they have not become the professionals yet, but you can't deny the fact that they are students becoming. Nobody disrespect them in that way. So the reason why trading right now looks funny is because people have made it look like, I saw one picture of one guy on social media. And if the guy's mentees is listening now, I'm sorry, but it was funny to me. The guy was just standing near a car and there were soldiers all like an army. He's a trader, by the way. They are holding guns. And I'm just wondering, dude, what did you buy? Or what did you sell in the market that you think because you're a trader, you need guns and soldiers to stand near you? Who are you? One time I saw one of the most funniest thing. I think to me, I see these things and I laugh. One of the most funniest videos on the internet. And it was one trader from Nigeria. And I think he was coming to an event and people were following him and he was coming into the stage like Undertaker. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? This is why people think that we are joking. Warren Buffett and all these guys and Sonny Miller and Dan Loeb and Ray Dalio, they don't move like that. They didn't move, bro. Like you are doing trading. That is all that it is. And so there is nothing special in trading other than it's a business. And as a business, you need to understand. Some fails, sometimes it doesn't, and you are just an entrepreneur. That's it. Are you guys with me? So it is the way we have positioned trading. It has become childish, in my own opinion. So the people who are mature, they see it and they're like, look at all these people are doing. You're joking. That is the issue. Right now. So the only thing that you can do right now is be confident, be professional. Learn the actual concept of trading. Talk like a trader. Talk like a financial analyst. Talk like it. Like, speak professionally. You know, you don't need to explain. Oh, hey, tell me why you are trading. Why should I? All right, why should I? Because I need to know you are not gambling. Well, I'm not. What is not gambling in this life? Everything is about taking risk. I'm not. Speak well. Speak confidently. If you don't have the confidence, then they will know that you are lying. And if you are lying, then it's on you. It's not on them. It's because they will believe you if you're actually really a professional person. It's as simple as that. So right now, the game is funny. I want to lie to you about that. People are joking a lot. People are making it look like if you're a trader, you are some kind of a... I remember when we did our TP Masterclass Ghana, I ended up shaking everybody's hand in the room. People were like, wow, Mr. Cliff, I can't believe it. You can't believe what, Chief? You can't believe what? What can't you believe? You can't believe that I'm shaking your hands? Why? I understand you honor the fact that, you know, you see me the way you see me, and thank God for that honor. But why do you not believe I'm shaking your hand? What is that? Since when did we get to the point where if you are clicking buy and sell, you are some superior person? We should scatter all of this. This is the nonsense that is actually making people believe trading has become a joke. It is not. It is a business. How many people do you see them as real estate people? That goes like, yeah, the real estate king is coming. You are a real estate guru, good for you, and you are making good for you. It is only in the trading space that people are making it look like if you are a trader, there is a way you need to be. No, Chief, you are a trader. You are helping other people learn the skill. You are a teacher, by the way. You are a teacher. You know, those days, those people teachers, do you know how many destinies they have changed? You know, the teachers that have their trousers up with, you can see their socks and see their shoe. When they are coming, people don't respect them, but they have made many destinies than these so-called traders, but people don't respect them. Why? Because they don't package themselves? No, Chief. Trading is a business. If you want them to believe you professionally, explain to them professionally. As simple as ABCD. Next question. Sir, if my current results are a reflection of my current belief system, then how can I reverse engineer my life to success and abundance? You have already started. You are on this call. You have been on this call for an hour or two. You have already started. You are engineering it. Like, for example, right now that you finish this call, you will go and sit down and start writing down. Before the part two, you are like, what are even the things I believe? Man, I really believe that I don't think I can actually really be rich. I really believe it's in my subconscious. You start down writing all these things. So the first thing is self-awareness, right? So self-awareness is the first thing in wiring anything in psychology. So you need to become aware of the current belief system that you have right now. We will talk about that more in the part two, but at least you can start from there. That you need to even know what is sabotaging your current results. You need to know that. You don't know that yet. Is it your uncle, the thing they said to you? Is it the school you went to? Is it a heartbreak you got? Is it a girl who doesn't believe in you? Whatever it is, I'm basically just saying, just random things I'm saying, don't worry about it. But you need to be able to understand that it starts first by you sitting down and writing these things, being aware of the things driving you psychologically. They call them psychological drivers. Very important that you understand that. So psychological drivers, they are, you know, what I'm going to do right now is by Monday, make sure you are in the TP WhatsApp channel, the TP Family channel. By Monday, I will give you guys an audit. I will give you guys a belief system audit. Then it will let you start understanding yourself even before the part two. Just don't worry. By Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, thereabout, I will let them send you guys an audit in the group. And then it will help you guys understand yourself a little bit in this context. But believe me, it starts first by being aware of what is even driving your belief system right now. And how do you know that? You know that by the things that is following you. If it's self-sabotage, that means you believe you don't deserve more. As simple as that. If you sabotage your results, it means you believe you don't deserve more. That is how a belief system is automatically being determined. All right, next question. We have 5 more to go. I promise you guys 7. If you guys are on Instagram, sorry, I can't see any question yet so far. I'll probably try to see if I can check. Is there any question right now that is left? Does anybody else have any question? Please, sir, how do you express yourself online, maybe on your status as a trader, without it looking like as if you are showing off or being too exposed? Guys, it's simple. You can see me. I mean, many times I tell people this all the time. I intentionally train myself to not be that kind of a trader that wants to show that I am a trader. Because it's my business. It's my personal business. You don't need to show anybody else. Right now in this room, you know, in the backstage right now, there are many people in the backstage with me. In this stream that I'm doing, there are many people that are with me here. I don't need to tell you they are here for you to know that they are here. They are here because I am not doing anything, but the stream is programmed. So there are certain things that you don't need to tell people. You don't need to show them for you to know. They will know that you are not hungry by the way you look. Imagine right now you call yourself, I'm a big trader, and then you come and then you look malnourished. If you look malnourished, they will know that it's clear, Chief, you are struggling. So it is by the little things. You don't need to tell them things. You don't need to prove to anybody. Nobody gave you the money to trade. Nobody gave you the money to blow. It is your own personal money. So you need to be able to get to the point where you understand, hey, you know what? I didn't start this business to prove a point. And don't let other people proving a point also affect you to prove a point. In this industry, I can assure you, I remember many times, many years ago, I will go to several events and some people will be like, Cliff, why are you not showing this? Why are you not showing that? And I'm like, in my mind, it made me feel very funny in the beginning because I was like, why is it that there is a culture of showing in the trading space? Have you ever seen doctors coming on Instagram showing you a heart picture of a selfie saying, this is the heart today I operated on? You don't see them show you the spleen, the liver, the kidneys. So why is it that for some weird reason, certain skills, like specifically trading, people want to show that I did it? Is because, number one, the truth of the matter is, if you are genuinely really benefiting from this business, you will not even have the time to prove a point. That is it. Guys, listen, there is a point you will always want to prove if your money is coming from rebates. Let me keep quiet before I get into trouble. What is Instagram saying? Is it possible to be a full-time trader and a full-time university student? The answer is no. The truth of the matter is, one of them will take all your time. So the individual from Instagram is asking me, if you're listening to me right now from Instagram, you are asking if you can be a full-time trader and a full-time student. Sometimes in life, you need to understand priorities. You know, I was talking to Shells about this, I think this week that just passed. And we're talking about trading and timing. And we realize that if you don't have the time, if you don't understand your window, you cannot be able to trade. So if you are a student, you need to know the time that is allocated for your studies and your school, and you need to allocate time for your trading. Now, trading, you are not obligated to trade, but you are obligated to school because you have already invested or people have invested in you. So one has to become part-time and the other one has to become full-time because one is an obligatory. Does that make sense? It's your purpose in that season. So all that you have to do is to create systems to be able to survive while learning how to trade. And in fact, I'm pretty much sure you are not even a trader yet, right? No offense, but I'm sure you are not learning. So you need to just create a priority of your learning structure and if you are learning business, then good for you. But if you are learning science and you also want to be a trader, that is a whole entire field altogether as well. It depends on also what you are learning, right? So what you are learning also may sabotage the structure a little bit because you can't go and learn about schizophrenia or learning about, superior colloquially. And then the next minute you want to learn about, trading is a mind game. It's two different things. So you need to really understand that, yes, there are certain seasons in your life that there are priorities and you need to learn how to prioritize. So if you can learn how to trade today for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, so be it. If you don't, then focus on school while you are creating systems to survive while doing that. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, I will not lie to you. Trading takes time for you to be able to learn. And if you don't have it, you will always keep on struggling to even keep up with the way the business works. I'm not saying quit trading. I'm basically saying prioritize. Don't choose one to be superior and choose one to be the reality. Trading in this case as a student is a part-time now. And then the full-time is your school now, while you are still learning how to become a trader. If you decide to do the opposite, it's up to you. Many people have done it, and they made it, but it's up to you. Okay, next question. How many left now? Is there any other question from Instagram? Okay, so people say mastering the market takes years and we must be patient. But during the waiting period, there can be a lot of disappointment and self-doubt. How do you keep going without giving up while waiting? Well, it depends on what you call disappointment and self-doubt moments. Imagine giving a patient to somebody who is becoming a doctor in level 300. Of course, they will disappoint the patient. They will kill the patient. So knowing when to go live as a trader is as a result of the knowledge you have acquired. Many people don't understand profitable accounts and simulation accounts. A profitable account is what actually starts your business. A simulation account is what you use to learn. So if you put $100, there are many people here, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say this, but you are broke. So because you are broke, the $100 cannot be your simulation account. That is your lifetime money that it must go well. So instead of you using that as a simulation, that is your, chief, this thing must work. When it doesn't work, instead of it being a back testing lesson, it has become a self-doubt problem because that is all that you have. Many of you, unfortunately, the prop firm account that you are trading is all that you have. So if it fails, it looks like as if your whole life has come to an end. So there was no season of your life that you were able to move from demo to a small life account to grow psychologically with real money. So the demo is working, but when you come to life account, your whole entire hope is in that account to change your life, your families, your dog, your business, and every single thing concerning you. So now in the context of that is that if that money, you lose it, big problem. So the problem now is not about whether if you are disappointed or you are doubting yourself, is that do you have the tools to learn this business? Not all life account is for making money. Some life account is a simulation account. It's not demo, but it's demo. Are you guys with me? So the truth of the matter is you need to reorganize the way you are learning. That's all I will say. Reorganize it. Another question from Instagram? I'll take one more question from Instagram and one more question from YouTube, and then we are done for today, okay? So this question is flagged. My opinion about trading binary options, the fact that there is binary options and synthetic indices means we are flagging this question to deliver the person from an immediate problem. Is there anything else that is important to answer the question? Okay, Chief, what is the name? Elijah, listen to me carefully now. Synthetic indices is like going to the market to buy tomatoes and they tell you, who should I even use in the room? Let's say Shells is here in the room. She goes to the market and they tell her, Miss Tennyson, I have one of the most beautiful synthetic tomatoes here that can help you to make your food. And Tennyson actually really buys these tomatoes. It doesn't make sense. Why would you buy synthetic tomatoes? What that simply means is synthetic indices means the indices is synthetic. That is why majority of the time it is only one brokerage. I will not mention the brokerage name. Many of you here knows that brokerage. Is that brokerage that offers this assets? Is because it's synthetic. It is controlled by one entity, meaning it is a centralized market. It's not decentralized. That means manipulation is easy. Yes, you can make some money. Some people are claiming that they are making money from synthetic indices. We hear you, Chief. But I'm telling you, by logic and understanding, it is synthetic indices. Period. It's not real. Binary options, to me, people are claiming that they have made money and have been there. Guys, in this industry for 14 years, there is nothing I've not seen and there is nothing I've not tried. So listen to me. I'm not speaking from ignorance. Binary option and betting, there is no difference. People sometimes say you can use analysis to gauge the betting will achieve. You are still gambling. These things is a way of the industry feeding people to want to make money fast, but there is no way out of you learning the business. Synthetic indices is a synthetic version of actual indices. And it is not real. If you are involved in that space, you will make money, but you will lose it. If it's not today, tomorrow. Take it from me, believe me. I don't want to say some certain things anymore. One more question and I'm done for you. If there is one more question, let's go. If there is no more question, is there any more question? This is the only question I'm taking again and we're done. Okay, guys? Then we'll continue next week. How do you break from the old identity? For example, I am a fashion designer. Congratulations. Identity belief to a new identity and believe I am a trader without duty of God is not help. It's not happy with me moving. Huh? You okay. I want to understand the question. You believe that God is not happy with you, or you are guilty of God because tell me something more. Elaborate this question. Let me just understand something a little bit in the context. What do you mean? So you are a fashion designer, I get that. Fashion designing is a business. It's not really necessarily your identity, but your belief to a new identity and a belief that you are a trader without a guilty of God, meaning that you believe that God does not want you to be a trader, but you are trading because you just want to make money. Is that it? If that is it, say yes. So you want to trade, but you don't believe that God wants you to be a trader. Is that true? Or you have done something to God? Just let me understand the question quickly. Oh, I understand your question now. Let me answer that question now quickly for you. Can you bring this up on the screen for me, please? Bring this. No. This one. No, not that one. Watch my screen. Let's bring the other one. Okay. I want you guys to watch this. Watch. If you watch this. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 11. He says, what a wise person does. He says, invest your money in foreign trade, and one of these days you will make a profit. He says in verse 2, put your investment in several places, many places even, because you never know what kind of bad luck you are going to have in this world. He says, no matter which direction a tree falls, it will lie where it fell. So automatically, this is telling you God is not expecting you to do only one thing. He's expecting you to walk circumspectly as wise. So yes, you are a fashion designer. You don't need to leave that skill, but finish that skill. When that skill has been developed and it is already creating a system for you to push forward, you can add other skill that can also let you diversify, because diversification is a form of risk management. So God is not expecting you, yes, to leave something to do something, but he's not expecting you to be a mediocre in one area only. He's expecting you to do all things because this is possible. But not become distracted. I'm not saying that become distracted. I'm basically saying don't be guilty when you have the desire to put your skills in several places or your investments in several places. ECC 11, Ecclesiastes chapter 11 from verse 1. Invest your money in foreign trade, and one of these days you will make a profit. The context here is put your investment in several places, many places even. Why? Because you never know what kind of bad luck you are going to have in this world. Are you with me? Good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've taken as many questions as I can. If you guys have been able to learn something today from this context of this masterclass, drop some number ones in the chat. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X. Thank you guys so much for tuning in every single Saturday. We have started our belief system series. The purpose of this series truly is to shift a belief system in somebody. Is to shift a belief system in someone. Can we bring some number ones in the channel? Let me know that people actually really learned. Did you guys learn something today? Did you? You learned. Good. Make sure that before somebody comes onto this masterclass, you forward this part 1 to the individual so that they can understand where we are going, so that they don't get confused. You are a trader here. Listen to me carefully now. You can make it. Take it from me. The same me that laid my hands on my trade and say, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob, please don't let my account blow. It was a belief system. I actually believed I can over leverage, make stupid decisions, lay my hands on my account, and God will step in and stop the trade from blowing. Chief, it was a belief system. Trading is a business, and there are mechanics to this business. If you learn it and you apply the right belief systems, I can assure you, unapologetically, your resource will always be a slave under the human stacks that Solomon brought on the screen. Your identity, your beliefs, your personality, your habits, and your behavior. That is how resource flows out of. So, this session, don't just listen to it and go and sleep. Go and watch it again. With that all being said, part 2, we are going to be talking about how to be able to understand the engineering deeply in the part 2 of the belief system. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in across all the platforms. I will see you guys, God willing, next week. And bye-bye.